Hello Pisces, thank you for coming to my channel, International Tarot. I am so happy to be doing this again. This is my second round of videos that I'm doing for each sign. And again, I am just very, very happy to be here. So if you're watching for the second time, welcome back. If you're watching for the first time, welcome. And to let you know kind of how I do things, I do 2 readings in each video. The first is more of a love focus, which is what I'm shuffling for right now for your love energies for December 2015. And then I move into a more general focused reading. So again, this first reading will be your love reading for December 2015. So I'm going to keep shuffling here for just a little bit. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to shoot me an email. I put my contact information in the box below, or you can always just reach out to me through commenting or messaging me through YouTube. So anyway, okay, I'm going to shuffle here for a few more minutes and then I'll draw. Pisces love reading for December 2015. Pisces love reading. Okay, one more. Okay, Pisces. Okay, 8 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, your Knight of Wands, 5 of Cups, come here, baby, Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Justice, Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Oh, look out, baby. Oh. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Here we go, Pisces. You have in the very center of reading your Ace of Cups. I like to, when there's, sort of, the aces are kind of magical cards for me. They're, that spark, that strike of lightning of a new opportunity, a new love interest, a new career venture, or whatever it is, but it's something very prominent that comes into your life. It's unmistakable. It's very obvious when these aces come, and there's there's nothing hidden or mysterious or something you need to do any deep soul searching for. It's something that you'll recognize. And when it is an Ace of Cups in a love reading, it is very often the entrance of a new love interest. Now, I feel like you are going through some, like you're leaving something behind. You're moving on from perhaps maybe a bad, I don't know, and I'm not going to say a bad relationship, but you're maybe moving on from a relationship. And you have your 8 of Cups here, which is you leaving things, good things that maybe are promising, maybe are have potential. These are potentials, potential love interest, potential for emotional fulfillment and happiness. And for whatever reason, you are moving on into the darkness, into a more ominous territory in search of something more. And you're also maybe through this process, maybe not entirely moving on. It seems as though there is some level of regret and resentment, looking back, looking over your shoulder, remembering, reminiscing, and pining away for things that are past. Instead of, as you're doing here, turning around and moving on in search of greater things. Instead of here, you are not turning around and not picking up the blessings that you have, the things that are in front of you, and carrying on. So while you are moving on, there is still that air of you looking at the past, you looking at things that once were. You maybe, now I just said that this is, usually something a little bit more prominent, something that you recognize fairly quickly. But I am seeing you here kind of with your back to it. Here you have your cups connected with this cup here, with this Ace of Cup, with this blessing, with this hand descending out of heaven and presenting you with the ultimate potential and emotional fulfillment, yet you still have your back turned. I do feel as though you are trying to move on. You are trying to, forge a new path for yourself. But there's still maybe something that you're not entirely over. Someone maybe you're not entirely over. I am seeing, though, as you are leaving, as you are sort of embarking on this journey, here you have your Wheel of Fortune, and right next to it, you have your Knight of Wands coming in to your life. And here you have this energy coming in to your wheel, and you are heading into your wheel. And this wheel is constantly spinning and things are coming back around. So there will be an entrance of a new energy, potentially a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, someone who is sprite and enthusiastic and energetic, and someone that maybe makes you feel alive, brings that out in you, that sort of spurs you into maybe new levels, new ventures, new things that you're intrigued by. And I am getting the sense that perhaps this month you do have more of a focus on perhaps your work, that you, by dealing with some of these emotional, these cups represent your emotions, and by dealing with some of these emotions and leaving good things behind in search of greener pastures, and by sort of dealing with, looking back out over the past, perhaps even too much so, you maybe retreat a little bit and focus on the things that you're good at, the things that you've been successful with. And I see your energy here being represented by the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is, more methodical, more practical, more steady, more sturdy. And sometimes when we're getting over someone, or we have new ideas about what our life should be, it does help to put things in perspective, and it does sort of help us to find our footing, right? So I do feel like this is your energy here, and that there will be like I said, the entry of someone new represented here with your Knight of Wands. And even, when I pull this down here, here you two are, you're maybe this person a little bit more rapidly, but you are moving into one another. You are looking at one another, and these, though they're knights, could be either male or female, but you do sort of have that air of, like in the more adolescent energy, perhaps someone that's having a little bit more, I don't want to use the word fun, but you're definitely still growing up. You're certainly coming into your own, and you're both kind of at that same level. So there will be a mutual understanding. And the Wands and the Pentacles, they're both kind of productive signs. The Wands are definitely very active. This energy, maybe a little bit hasty, jumping into things, not necessarily always thinking things through, but forging ahead, and it's kind of a quick start energy, just hurry up and move in, while you might still be displaying a little bit of caution, perhaps due to things of the past, perhaps a broken heart, maybe not a broken heart, but things that you thought were everything that you're now moving on from. And then here enters someone new, someone perhaps a little bit more exciting. And I feel as though the entrance of this Ace of Cups, while it is prominent, like I said, you might not necessarily be paying attention to it so much because you are focused on things of the past, and because you are focusing and dealing with these things emotionally, you may retreat and focus a little bit more on your work, the things that you are good at, and you might find a new love for the things that you're doing, a new appreciation, a new level of curiosity and wonder, and a new way of approaching things. So while you're focusing a little on your work and focusing a little bit on things that once were, both of these energies are both looking the opposite way. So the entrance of this new energy might be a little bit lost on you, which, if you open your eyes and you open your heart, I think it'll be fairly obvious, because the entrance of these aces they're not always so subtle, but you just might be focused on other things. So just keep in mind, here, these are both of you. And you're Pisces, you're a water sign. These often are indicative of earth signs, which are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. But you might be, because you've been so emotional, the cups are the water signs. So because you're kind of maybe just over it, right? You're just over it. So you're going to be more productive. You're going to be more focused. You're going to be more on point. You're going to work harder and just make things happen for yourself. So you are this more earthy energy this month. Now, sort of in a triangle, from the bottom to the top, the wheel of the major arcana are placed in sort of a triangle here. And on this side, you have your Justice card, which kind of makes sense being placed next to the Knight of Pentacles. Justice is a very practical card as well. It's removing bias, gathering all the information, analyzing the data that you receive, and making a decision one way or the other, and balancing those scales. And things that It's kind of like getting what's coming to you. And justice and the Wheel of Fortune are very similar in that regard. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is kind of the karma card. You're going to get what you deserve. And that also, so things in your life are going to begin to balance out. Things in your life are going to start to make sense. And you may have been feeling an imbalance in your heart. You may have been feeling an imbalance in a relationship. You may finally be having some level of satisfaction. I don't know if that's the word, but some sort of satisfaction that what you feel you deserve will actually come to fruition. You'll come to an understanding of that, and you'll come to a level of acceptance. And that, what goes around comes around, and what you have coming around, the Lovers, the soulmate quality, intense sexual attraction, very, very intense, very prominent. This card with the Ace of Cups, with the two energies being represented here, is very much a new lover coming into your life. And if you are in an existing relationship, an existing partnership, you may be dealing with some things that you've been going through, making a decision to perhaps move on from any sort of toxic behavior, or moving on from any sort of hardships, and forging ahead and doing so together, and forming new bonds, forming a new level of romantic interest, and igniting those things that brought you together in the first place. Those things that you really, really care about each other. And finding that inner night between the two of you, finding that inner spark. These energies are both adventurous. They're both, a little bit defiant. They are like two fools in love, as the saying goes. And there will be a reignition of that energy in an existing relationship, or the entrance of that type of energy into your life, into something new. And it is what you deserve. It is what goes around, what comes around. And the fact that you are leaving something familiar, something that you do care about, something that is important to you, but that you feel there is more on the other side. There is more. You just have to go out and find it. And it seems like you both, even this person, this person has their own journey. They're coming from their own place in the world. They're coming from their own background and their own story. And somehow you two meet. You two come together. And you come together. And, the rest is history, I guess you could say. The Lover's card in a love reading is like the holy grail, a card of love readings. And a lot of warmth in these cards, a lot of reds and yellows. Reds and yellows. The blues are typically very bright. And it is an overall air of happiness, an overall message of success. I'm going to pull an outcome card here for you. This one. The devil. In a love reading, it's, I mean, an incredibly intense passion. Now, these two cards are so similar, but yet so different. Two, I don't want to say heavenly bodies, but I mean, they're both, an angel of God, an angel of the devil, of death, or, whatever you want to call these. Two heavenly bodies, two people, male and female, both uniting, willingly and happily. However, this one, is perhaps more of a codependent type of union. It's kind of like you're wearing these chains that you could very easily slip off your neck. I don't know if you can see that. You can very easily slip off your neck. However, you are choosing to stay. It is, yes, a very intense passion, but it is also even an almost unhealthy passion. A very intense level of sexuality. I feel that that these two are the same, and there might be some dark side to this union. While very good for your heart and for your soul, there may be a little bit of maybe too much. Too much of a good thing is not always still a good thing. Maybe the attraction is incredibly intense, debilitating in some way. It can also mean I'm seeing it going both ways, the way I just described, but also you still being a little bit shackled to your past. I'm seeing it go both ways, representing almost a level of too much intensity with this connection, and a level of not being able to move on, not being able to let go, and continually comparing, or even an essence of reliving a relationship with someone. Perhaps this person, this new entrance, is very similar to someone in your past, someone that you may be trying to get away from, or someone that you that might be why you're leaving, you know? Sometimes it's difficult to unshackle ourselves. So, okay, very interesting. Very interesting reading. That's a very interesting card to pull out when you have the Lovers and you have the Devil. Okay, I don't think I missed anything. So I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm going to shuffle, 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 and then I will be back and I'll do the general reading for December. Okay, Pisces, so I have been shuffling these cards. I think they're about ready to go. So this will be your general reading. So for the general energies for Pisces, December 2015. Here we go. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles, the Devil again, the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, the World, the Seven of Pentacles. Copy. You're in my way. Okay. The Five of Swords, the Emperor, and the King of Wands. So you have some very prominent energies in your life, and they're carrying over from your love reading. Significantly, they are. I mean, even here in the last reading, we had the Wheel of Fortune in the placement where the Devil was, and down here we had the Justice card. And similar to the Wheel of Fortune, here is the World. And the reason why I say they're similar is because they are both cyclical. It is the beginning is the end, and the end is a new beginning. And this is some completion of a phase, some completion of an era in your life, things coming together. You gather, and like I even said with the Justice, it's sort of gathering all the information. Well, at this point, you have all the information. There's a sense of inherent understanding, and you feel more or less complete. And you have completed the journey. This is the end of the journey. This is card number 21. It's the last one. It's the last stop. And you are coming to a full understanding. Now, that being said, I believe I mentioned in the last reading, I actually don't recall, even though I just barely did it, that there would be some focus or some new spark for you in terms of your career or in terms of your endeavors or your goals. And here in the top of the reading, you do have your Ace of Pentacles, which is a prominent energy, something that comes into your life, an opportunity that is being presented to you almost from as if from out of nowhere, that just sort of materializes. And come on, Duncan. Kind of comes up from out of nowhere, materializes, and brings the promise of something great, brings the promise of blossoming gardens and lovely flowers, and, you know, figuratively speaking. That's, you know, and the reason why I kind of bring this up is, you know, the new opportunities. And there may be some level of dissatisfaction. In your last reading, you had the Eight of Cups, and the Five of Cups, which are both, sort of like almost like a reassessment. And you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is almost exactly the same story. And you are reassessing the things that you have done, reassessing your position. Where are you in your life? What have you accomplished? Where are you going? What are your goals? What are your aspirations? Are they good enough? You are pulling back, and again, just very similar to the Justice card. You're stepping back, trying to maintain no bias, an unbiased position, accurately and methodically, non-judgmentally looking at where you are and giving yourself honest feedback and feeling dissatisfied. Now, in opposite corners, similar types of energies, not the same but similar. Five of Wands, some element of competition, some element of fighting. And I compare this card to, kids playing a sport in high school PE class. When you think about it, they're doing it because they have to. It's a requirement. They need credit. They need their grade. But in the spirit of the game, they do get competitive. You're playing that basketball game, you're playing that soccer game, and you feel that energy of wanting to win. You feel that, again, the spirit of the game. And you are feeling competitive against other people. Now, this card has people, and it's an external energy. It's not an internal. It's not your thoughts. It's not your emotions. It's actual other people. And, I feel as though there will be some element of that. Honestly, I'm seeing it more in terms of just life. Like, where are you in life? And that's all encompassing. Where are you in love? Where are you in career? Where are you in finance? Where are you in material things that you have? Where are you in emotional maturity? I mean, it's all encompassing. And you sort of going through this comparison process, reassessing where you are, and feeling that air of competition. Now, I'm going to go here now. I'm going to jump. So you have your Seven of Swords, running away with your thoughts, sort of an element of self-sabotage. And honestly, I'm seeing you looking at other people and seeing the things that you have been given, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, which I haven't talked about yet, but this is a card of victory, a card of celebration, a card of coming home, having won the battle. This is the next card in progression, so 5, then 6. So whatever this battle is, whatever this competition is, you on some level have won, and you are headed toward the full completion, heading toward coming full circle. It seems as though your period of reassessment is geared toward, what do I need to do to come full circle? What do I need to do to reach that end goal? What do I ultimately want? It's big picture type of stuff, right? But you are arguing with yourself. You are having that internal battle with yourself. You have, you might be making excuses for things. You might be talking yourself down a little bit. Maybe not quite, not quite admitting to yourself that you were successful. You might be so stuck in this reassessment. I don't really know what the word is. This phase of reevaluation that you are talking yourself down and not giving yourself credit for all of the good things that you have accomplished. You have the devil here, which was your outcome card in the love reading. It's that intensity. It's that codependence and using someone or something to lean on and to use as an out, to use as an excuse, to use as a reason why something isn't the way it is or the way it should be or the way you think it should be. You know, in the context here, God, I've just been talking about the individual cards. You know, you might be so married to this idea of the competition, and while opportunities are continually being presented to you and you have been victorious over your battles, you might be so drawn to the drama of this and the drama of this. You might be so drawn and attracted to these more negative elements. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're energy suckers. They suck the energy out of you, that you just don't quite come full circle, or that you just quite haven't admitted to yourself that maybe you have come full circle. It's that feeling of never being satisfied, never having all the answers, never having all the stuff, never having the best relationship, never having, which is an incredibly toxic sort of thing. I mean, even the devil is a very black card. When you look at it, it's very black, it's very dark. Black is absorbing all light, all color. It is that black hole of the universe where everything gets sucked in and disappears. And which makes sense. Makes sense that you're being drawn to the more, I'm going to use the word again, I apologize, the more dramatic elements of life as opposed to the good things in life. Because if you admit and you lift these chains off your neck and escape, or not even escape, but if you just lift the chains off your neck, then you're no longer tied. And admitting to yourself that there are good things, even through this period of evaluation, admitting to yourself that there are these good things, that on some level you have come full circle, that you have won some of the battles. Even here you have 2 wreaths, 2 circles. Circles. Things are coming full circle. They're coming around. Things are spinning. The world is spinning. But you are your own energy sucker. You are without the drama, without the competition, without the martyrdom, the sort of even an element of playing the victim because of maybe a competition, because of a situation, life won't be as exciting. The life won't feel victorious. If there's never a battle, if you never have to fight the battle, if you never have to overcome an argument, overcome a situation, then there is no victory. and that might be sort of the mentality that you have, is that if you stop the struggle, if you stop the fighting, then it won't be as exciting. That is more what makes you happy. Okay, now I'm going to get to the people, the Emperor and the King of Wands. I'm pretty much going to say that this King of Wands represents the same energy that we pulled with the Knight of Wands in the last love reading. This is the entrance of someone new, and you are this Emperor here, or you have Emperor qualities this month. Oftentimes the Emperor represents an Aries, and doesn't have to. This is just the Aries card in the tarot. And this, again, a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So very fiery, very strong, very sturdy, very stubborn, very wrathful energies, both of you. And again, like I said, when I pulled the Devil as the outcome card, that love connection, that soulmate quality connection is absolutely there. And they are interested in you. This is the card of vision. It is the card of big picture, of transformation, of mastering the art of whatever it is you do and mastering yourself. And they are a quality individual. Again, both on the same level. Last time you had two knights, both on the same level. An emperor and a king, I'd say same level. Same mentality, same level of maturity, and it is a quality match. However, it is a fiery match. A very strong, very intense connection. A good connection that can be so good it's bad. And again, there comes in the Devil. That very codependent vibe, like you could leave but you don't. It's so bad you could leave but you don't. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying you're dealing with some very strong personalities, both very stubborn, both always right, both almost always right. And there will be some conflict, and it may be a really, really great thing, but you, Pisces, are self-sabotaging. You are, and that's your drama. Something wonderful coming into your life, something quality, but yet you are still running away with your thoughts. You are still retreating. You are still pulling back. And that is your addiction this month. Again, short-term reading. That is your addiction. The conflict, the fiery personalities, the stubbornness, the unwilling to move despite the good things, because if there were no bad things, then there will be no victories, there will be no sense of completion. And you, while dissatisfied, continue in this cycle. Always a cycle. Always. So many circles. Okay, here we go. Now I'm card for Pisces. one more. Pisces. Outcome card for Pisces, December 2015. This one. The Hierophant. Conformity. Conformity. Institutional conformity. Honestly, I don't really know how else to really describe this. I mean, this is business success, it is marriage, it is family, it is professional, I said business success, professional success, financial success. It is that institutional quality that some of us are okay with, we conform, and others fight against it. Pisces, I feel like you are fighting against it. This is a level, a form of union between potentially the two of you. Could be your partner, could be a new potential partner. If you're dating, it would be marriage. If you're married, it would be family. If you have a family, it would be retirement. It would be whatever that next phase is. And for whatever reason, for you, this conforming is causing you distress, because this would be that victory. This would be the happiness. This would be the closure. This would be the coming full circle. It would be the closure of a phase and the opening of a new one. It would be this. But you are sabotaging that. I wonder why. Why are you fighting so hard to keep good things from coming into your life? Why are you reevaluating so much when you have new wonderful things just being handed to you? Why are you so afraid to win the battles, to reach that victory, to come full circle? Why are you drawn to that drama? I mean, look at this. These cards, almost identical. Men on thrones. Men on thrones, red robes. Stone, stone, stone. Strength. Holding. Strong. Very quality. And it's perfect. So why do you fight so much? Just allow the good things to come into your life. Allow them. Welcome them. They are good. They are good. There is no reason to question them. Why do you question them? Why are you reevaluating so much? Why are you thinking about it so much? Very interesting readings for you, Pisces. It's always a wonderful surprise when I do these. So, I think that's it for you. Thank you so much again for watching. I'm so happy that you're here. I really appreciate all of your subscriptions and your likes. And, again, this is only my second month doing it, so I'm really, really happy that you're participating in the messages that I'm bringing to the table. So, again, my contact information is down in the box below, and you can always contact me through YouTube as well. So thank you so much. Keep your eyes open for a year-long reading that I will be doing for 2016 for each sign, probably in the middle of December. And I will definitely see you next month for January's. Thanks so much.